There's something that can be done to start that second half.
Yeah, it's been the 3 games in conference at Colorado State, 3-point game. It's kind of felt similar to Colorado State in a lot of ways. Obviously, Wyoming, we're up 17. We let them cut it to 7. So that's been 3 times in a row where, and we talked about it. We said, hey, we've not been great this first 4 minutes, and we weren't again. So just continue to hold each other accountable, continue to understand maybe where we're a little bit poor at times and get a little bit better from it.
Interior defense, obviously, Caleb Boone hasn't done that all year, but he goes off for 29 tonight, and a lot of it it looked like one-on-one defense. Are the guards supposed to be digging down a little more? Should there be help defense?
Yeah, a little bit more. We trapped a couple times. They burnt us with some threes. He has not shown that. Credit to him, but certainly we've got to be better one-on-one as well as trapping a little bit better.
On the other side of the ball, offensively, they outscore you 30-6 at the three-point line. I know there's not a lot of three-point shooters on this team, but only 2 of them, it's got to be a problem. I know Baker, he's a three-point shooter. Jalen's a three-point shooter. I don't know after that. Braden, I know off the bench, but what can you do to create more opportunities from the three-point line? Or is it just a matter of the guys who are playing these minutes need to start hitting some of them?
And shoot them. We're not shooting a lot. Even with the first half, we were 0 for 3.
Yeah.
That's such a low number. We were able to get back to the foul line, which was good. But yes, we got to be more confident shooters out there. We got to get more attempts for sure. I'm not saying you got to jack up shots, but you got to be ready to knock those things down.
This is, a small enough sample size that it's not obviously telling about what's going to happen the rest of the year. But last year was a 14-0 start, and then not as good in conference play. And this year, really good conference start, or non-conference start, and now 1-2 in conference play. Is there anything to learn from last year? Is it 2 different seasons? Is it not worth comparing yet?
Well, I think the guys that were here last year need to understand it. We only really have 3 guys who played a lot last year on this team, so we have a lot of new guys. So although we were able to have a really good non-conference record, I still felt like that non-conference was really clunky with injuries and all those things. So it's a totally different team. We can reference it and understand that, but we've got to be better on the road. I think we all know that. So I worry about this group. You certainly talk about past experiences and things like that, but I just try to coach this group, and we'll watch this film. We'll try to learn from it. We're going to fly home early tomorrow, and then we're going to turn the page, move on for San Diego State.
All right, 2 specific player questions. Then Nelly Jr. Joseph, foul trouble. Jalen House, not only foul trouble, but a really unfortunate. Really looked like from our vantage point. I don't know how you saw it from where you were. You guys are on the other side of the court, but it looked like he ran in and just kind of shoved it.
I didn't see it, so it's hard for me to tell. They certainly went and looked at it, so I trust the refs made a call. In that situation, guys are all huddled up or whatever. I don't know what was said or whatever, but, we'll watch it and evaluate, but I couldn't really tell. Everybody was kind of in my way on that.
It was foul number 3 for him. He did pick up 4th a little bit later, and again, kind of found himself on the bench when maybe you guys could have used him on the floor for. Because when he did come back in, he was the guy hitting some shots.
He was really good when he came back in. So we had to settle him down, get him on the bench, calm him down a little bit. But he was ready to go. He's trying to show great leadership. He's trying to pour his heart and soul into it. As we talked about over and over again, the positives of his emotions far outweigh the negatives. That one, I felt it was a little bit different than complaining to the refs. I think he was trying to stick up for his guys a little bit. But obviously, we're better when he's on the court.
That was more of a maybe not expressed the right way, but a leadership.
Yeah, that one seemed to feel different than the other ones. That wasn't about thinking he got fouled or whatever. I think he was running in there trying to protect his teammates.
All right, San Diego State on Saturday. Obviously, going to be a big game on national television. What do you guys got to do to get ready for that?
Obviously, I haven't watched much, but they're big, they're physical. I watched them versus UNLV. They are always that way, right? So we're going to have to battle. We got 2 home games in a row. We started on the road. It's hard to win on the road. Nobody in our conference is really winning a whole lot on the road right now. So just get back to work and prepare, obviously, for a fun game Saturday.
We've just been struggling coming out of the second half with energy. It's just something that we're going to have to, just work on. We gotta. I mean, it's been an emphasis to come out of the second half with energy and things like that. But whether it's warming up harder coming out of halftime or whatever it is, we just got to find a way to come out with energy and just be able to sustain our energy for 40 minutes.
Their interior scoring. I mean, Caleb Boone kind of went off. He had 29 points. A lot of them right at the rim. What can you guys, as guards, do to maybe help the big guys, help out a little bit on the inside?
Just try to help disrupt, whether it's going down there and digging and making the bigs uncomfortable, or whether it's trapping. We just have to work on being more disruptive. I mean, we haven't really played against a big that has played like that against us, and I mean, we just have to do a better job of helping our bigs out and being disruptive and making the bigs uncomfortable, and either getting it out their hands or just making them feel like maybe we are doubling, maybe we're not. Just keep them guessing.
You guys obviously are a team. You in particular, one of the 3-point shooters on this team, but 3-point shooting hasn't really been helping you guys. They outscore you guys 30-6 tonight on 3-pointers. How can you guys get more 3-pointers? I guess is sort of what I'm getting at.
Just take advantage of the opportunities when they're open. They're not helping off of me much at all. The last few games I haven't been. Nobody's really been helping off or tagging off of me or anything like that. So just finding different opportunities to be able to shoot the ball and just find a different way for me to get a rhythm as well. But for everybody else, just being confident, taking shots when we're open and not passing them up.
1 and 2 to start league play after a really good non-conference start. This happened. I know you weren't here, but this happened last year too, with a 14-0 start and they lose at Fresno State. So you happen to be there for that, but Lobo fans are starting to worry a little bit that it's similar to last year. What would kind of stop this from turning into kind of a second half of the year struggle for you guys? What do you guys need to do?
Just continue to work, and continue to get better. I mean, we got to just really just trust the process and work and understand that the results are going to come. So we can't really stress over about it too much. We have to go out there and play the games, give it our all, and really just be a better unit, be a better collective group. And I mean, if we do that, we'll get everything we want to get.
Big one coming up Saturday, and you know it well, San Diego State. So you know this league. What do you guys got to do to be ready for Saturday?
Just work. A lot of it is just beating ourselves. So just work, get better when we have to get better at it. Just go out there and be ready.